Hey everyone, this is Danielle Asp. I am the director for Team Believe and Achieve. And I know some people have been asking about how to do a VIP sale, a flash sale, clearance sale. And so I wanted to do a little training to help you out. And even if you aren't in a place where this makes sense for you to do it now, hopefully it gives you some ideas for future down the road or just other ideas for different things that you want to do with your business. So I basically do it the same way that Tabitha Roach, another director, does it with a few little tweaks along the way. Um, I do these types of sales in my VIP group. I have a business page, but I really don't use it. I pretty much only use my VIP group. And I like to spoil those in my group. They are my customers, they are my past hostesses, they are my friends, and I like to do these sales to spoil them. It also gives me the opportunity to clear out some of my inventory that maybe I don't want anymore, or if I want to get fresh things, or also to just help me boost my sales for that month as well. So let's see where to begin. The first steps that you need to do is to figure out what books you want to include in your inventory sale. Both for the two sales that I've done so far, I had about $2,500 in inventory that I posted. So what I did is I made an Excel spreadsheet. I did an inventory of what I wanted to include with each title, how many I had of that title, and then I went through and decided what discount I wanted to give each of those titles. So for the for books that I maybe wanted to get rid of more, or I had a lot of, I did a bigger discount. And then for books maybe I didn't mind holding on to a little bit longer, I did a lesser discount. The discount I gave was between 10% and 30%. Again, I'm very generous, and I just want to spoil these people who have supported me in my business. So I also believe that it is better to give a discount per book and not just necessarily a blanket discount. I also think that advertising what their sale price is actually very helpful, rather than just saying 15% off of $20. But for them to see what that sale price is super helpful. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So the first step, like I said, is getting your list of inventory, figuring out what discount you want to give on those books. Then you need to create albums. If you'll, I create a schedule for my people, letting them know what to expect. Let me see if I can find my schedule. So I will post, here we go. So it shows what time I'm going to post the different types of books. So 11 a.m. picture story books, 11:30 Lift the Flap, so on and so forth. Something I decided I will do differently for next time is I did a half an hour break in between. I think I'd only do 15 minutes next time. I don't think there's a reason to have big wait times between the albums, but when you post a schedule ahead of time, those people who only want certain types of books know when to come back to your page, and they don't feel like they have to hang out there all day long. All right, so you figured out your inventory, you divided it up, you know what type of categories you're going to have. So the next thing is you're going to take your list of books, and then you're going to go to your personal page, and you are going to get the book cover for those books. So you would say I'm going to do All Better, you would right click on the image, save the image, and usually I would make a folder, so say like Easter VIP sale, and then make folders for all of my graphics in there. And then what you're going to do is I want to have all these albums ready ahead of time before my sale. And so what I do is make albums on my personal page, okay? So you're going to go to your personal page, go to Photos and Albums. You'll see here my albums from my last VIP sale there. And what you would do is create a new album. So say I'm doing All Better. Let's see, is it like I had shown you? What I typically do is I have two different windows open, and I have on one side I have my business e-commerce page, and then on the other side I have, oh, that is not the All Better I want. I have my Facebook page where I can create albums. That's the right one. Okay, so let's say picture storybooks. We'll say this album is. What I like to do is copy the description. I like to put in the recommended age. This is from the specifications. It'll say what the recommended age is. And then what I do is I say regularly $12.99. On sale, say I'm going to give a 15% discount. That would be $12.99. So $11.04. And then I would say what the discount was, 15% off. And say I have two available. All right, so I would go through and add all of my cover images and information, the regular price, the on sale price, the discount off, how many I have available. And then when I was done, before you hit post, this is very important, you're going to change the album so only me. So who can see it? Only me. So as I'm creating these albums and I'm posting them, because I'm posting them to my personal page, no one else is able to see these albums, only me. But this allows me to get it ready ahead of time before I need to post them in the party. Okay, so let's go back to the VIP event, if my internet will keep up with me. Okay, so what I have found too that has been really helpful is to not allow a lot of pre-party time. So usually the last couple times I've done these flash sales, I've decided a day or two before I do it and I just pull it all together. So I created this event, I believe the day before I had the event, maybe two, I think it's the day before I had the event. And something that's been kind of fun is I had a few different games and just giveaways. I like to do, you know, how did you meet me, but it must be a lie. Like I did a Easter themed, guess the erasers. I gave the schedule of events. I did another one, what's your Easter bunny name? And then I had warnings for when the event was going to happen. But I also posted in my actual VIP group page warnings as well that the sale was coming. Don't forget to add yourself to the event for those that I'm not friends with, et cetera, et cetera. So the tricky part with how I do these albums is that later on, what I do, let's see, I can do it from here. So I had like 80 people in my VIP event say they wanted to come to the flash sale. So what I do with all of those names, let me remember how to do this. I need to find my friends. So what you need to do is before the party starts is to create a group, or what is it called exactly? Let's see. Oh, a list, that's right. You're going to create a list. So say Bethany wants to come to my Easter flash sale. I would say add to a list, and you could create a new list. You see here, here's my original VIP sale, and then here's my Easter VIP. So all of those people that said, yes, they're coming to my event, let's see here. So all of these 88 people, I write down their names, and then I go to my friends list, make sure I'm friends with them, and if I'm not, I send them a friend request, I message them, I post in the comments saying, thanks for coming. Remember, you have to accept my friend request so you can see the albums. So I'm adding them to a list. All right, so now say we're ready for the party, and I'm gonna post my first album. My first album was picture books and storybooks. So what I did is I go back to all of my albums that I have ready. And here's picture books, storybooks. You can click on the album. You click on the little icon here and you get the link. And that's what you're going to copy and paste in your post. And then at the allotted time, I would put this post up, get the album link ready, and I would hit post in my event page. But then what you also need to do while you are here is change. Remember how when we created the album and we set it to only me could see it? You have to add who else can see it. So I change it, the privacy from only me to my Easter VIP. So I edit it to Easter VIP, click done. So then now on my event page, the people who could see my, my album and this post are those that I had on that Easter VIP list. If they were not on the list, they're not able to see it. And that's what usually people will say, attachment unavailable. And they'll say, oh, I can't see it. And I'll say, oh, we need to be friends and I need to add you to the album. Please accept my friend request and I'll get you added to the album. And then what people do is they click through the books and it'll show, I'll show you what it looks like. So there's my description that I copied from the website, recommended ages, the price, on sale price, what the discount was, how many I have, and then someone will say sold. And then often I'll go through and say, oh, there's one left, or there's two left, or all sold out. It's very LuLaRoe style, I would say. But it works really, really well. People like this. It creates a sense of urgency when you have a time frame that you're going to make the posts, and people like knowing when different albums are going to go up. So I posted these half an hour apart. You can see there's Lift the Flap, baby books. See here, you'll see someone said, and Zach said it says attachment unavailable, so Anna Hansen. Those were people who weren't added to my list of the Easter VIP, so I went back and added them so they could see it. So here are all of my albums that I posted. And then maybe post another game or two. I usually give everyone about 24 hours to shop. Sometimes I extend it a little bit longer. When I've been doing these flash sales, it's always been close to a holiday, so I don't have a lot of wiggle room for them to give them. And also it does create that sense of urgency. So you only have X number, you know, until a certain number of time, 24 to maybe 36 hours to shop. And then I have to get everything ready and get it to the post office. So I also did, like for Easter, I did a hostess, asking for hostesses. I think got 5 parties out of this event. And then what I did at the end is I had a Google form. Here you'll see that I had people fill out when they were done shopping, just so they could list out all the books that they bought, and give me their shipping address and any information like that. As far as shipping goes, what I did is, so something that Tabitha did is she would calculate exactly what shipping would be and then charge people shipping, what the exact shipping amount would be. And I found that that was a little too much work for me, because I didn't want to have all of that back and forth. So what I did is I charged a flat $5 for shipping, and I shipped pretty much everything priority because, like I said, it was right before holidays. I wanted them to get them in time. I think next time I'll charge a flat $6 in shipping, just to help out a little bit, because the cheapest priority envelope, if you do it online, is like $5.75 or $5.95 or something like that. So I do eat some cost of the shipping, but I do write it off as a business expense, and it always works out for me with how I reconcile my books that I have and whatnot. So but how you do shipping, that's totally up to you if you want to charge them that amount or not. So after they fill out the Google form, I would make an invoice. I actually would do it in Excel, though you could use Square or something like that. And I would send it to them and say, this is what your total is. Give me the go ahead and I'll charge your credit card. And then I would make the charge and get the books in the mail the next day. I will warn you, it is a huge, it's a lot of work. You're going to have a lot of books to bring to the post office. You can get it together fairly quickly, like get it all set up and ready to go, but it also is a lot of work going to the post office. It has always paid off really well for me, and I have, like I said, have had a lot of success. Let me go back to my other one if I can find it, and I'll show you what I took a picture of all of the books, or all of the boxes that I was bringing to the post office. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, been really successful. I've had, it's been great for me, and I think it can be really great for you and your business too. Like, I don't know if they would be quite so successful with a smaller number of books for your inventory. I think the sweet spot that I found so far was posting around $2,500 in books. Let's see, I'll show you that graphic here if I can pull it up. There it is. So there's my picture of all the books that I have packaged up to bring to the post office right before Christmas. I sold a similar amount at the Easter one, so it was about the same. So it's a lot of books I brought to the post office. So it was a lot of fun. So my plan for the future for these is to do a sale around Easter, a sale around Christmas, and then also a summer customer appreciation sale as well. Yeah, that's my plan, and I hope I explained everything there. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But I hope this has helped you out or gives you a few ideas for anything in your business that you might need a flash sale for. Yeah, happy book selling.